Alrighty, it is time for Duelist Kingdom action, and on a Saturday we are going for the full 7-day Monty. So hopefully tomorrow as well, we'll be able to get 2 out, and I think that'll be the first time that we've done like a 7-day string. And of course we'll continue next week as well. That is the goal. Yu-Gi-Oh! 7 days a week, 2 duels each. It'll be a challenge, but I reckon we can do it consistently. Alright, so Mako and Bakura, let's check where they are. Mako is 28th, Bakura is 26. So 2 players, great duelists, both on the bottom of the table. Or near it, anyway. So in terms of deck changes, we've added Dark Necrofear to Bakura's deck. It's not incredibly broken, and it's actually somewhat difficult for Bakura to get on the field anyway. But it also has the kind of like a change of heart effect as well when it's destroyed and sent to the graveyard effect. I think it's got a little bit of text in it, something about this turn and sent there by your opponent's card, etc. Oh, Monster Reborn is hit by Gravelure. Very useful for Bakura. That's where Gravelure actually can actually do a lot of damage. Now, Bakura's also put an Offerings to the Doomed down. There's 1 Day of Peace by Mako, which is good play as well. That's going to prevent the White Magical Hat from doing any life point damage. Now, Bakura's got Offerings to the Doomed, and he's activated it, so Fiend Kraken is what Mako started off with. I don't think we made any changes to Mako's deck. The only thing Mako needs is a little bit more luck, and he would actually win quite a lot. Mako's deck is, by what it looks like, it actually looks like it's one of the better decks in the series. It's just he's got 2 monsters that are 6 stars and 2400, so in theory Mako should be winning a lot more than what he is. He's also got Starboy, he's got Umi, he's got Equip cards, he's got Crab Turtle. Mako's got everything he could possibly need. He's been super unlucky throughout the entire 10 rounds. What's his win-loss? Oh, Offerings to the Doomed for Mako now as well. Gets rid of White Magical Hat. That may be because Mako doesn't have any other monsters. Mako's 3 and 6, so is Bakura. They're both 3 wins, 6 losses. And correct. Mako, and we're talking about Mako's luck. This is exactly what we are talking about. No monsters to play with 5 cards in hand, so he's played Offerings to the Doomed to get rid of that White Magical Hat. Now 2200 because Yami's on the field. The Earl of Demise puts Mako down to 5800, and it's already looking like it's going to be these classic old Mako games that we've seen throughout the entire tournament where Mako just does not get any luck. It's almost stuff of legends at the moment. Alright, turn change. 1 Day of Peace. Bakura. Oh! That is an absolutely bizarre... I think Bakura has played that without... He's just activated that as like an instinct or something because he stopped himself from doing life point damage. Maybe he's just being nice. Maybe the duelists are being nice to each other these days, but no, I would say that is probably just like an instinct. That's why 1 Day of Peace was put in, to draw cards. Unless Bakura was trying to bait play, because now Mako's played Crazy Fish. Oh, there's Rush recklessly as well. Oh, that'll get over Earl, but it won't because Bakura's got Mask of Weakness. Oh, that could have been the game changer right there. But no, Bakura had to have the perfect card after Mako drew the perfect card. And there goes Crazy Fish. Well, Mako's string of luck continues. Or string of luck, I will say. Mako's string of bad luck continues. There's Chain Energy, and this is going to go bad to worse for Mako now. He's going to lose another 3,400 points, and it's going to put him down to 2,400, which means Mako can play a grand total of 4 more cards. So I think it's fair to say that Mako is not going to pick up the first win in this one. It's been a good match for Bakura, though. Not a lot of people out there are fans of Bakura. He's my favourite villain in Yu-Gi-Oh! In fact, he's one of my all-time favourite villains. I reckon Bakura is just He's funny, he's delightfully evil. And now Bakura has his fusion material for Skull Knight, but they're going to do just as much. I mean, it doesn't really matter now. I think Mako maybe... Oh, Floodgate Trap Hole. Again, good card, but not useful in this situation. Mako absolutely blown away in this first match. And Bakura is up 1-0. Maybe this match won't be as tactical and long as I thought it was going to be. Ooh, Wii menu screen. I know there were a lot of control problems, the Joy-Con problems, towards the end part of this round. I think I remember them saying in one duel something really botched up, and they like had to improvise in one of them. All right, now I'm flicking to comments as it swaps over here. Dennis Ivanov says, so the chance that both players roll a 3 times in a row is 1 in 46,656, or about 0.002%. Is that what happened in that duel? Probably. We've had some amazing things happen. It's like you never know. I think that this game's RNG might be a little bit broken sometimes. As Mako starts off with Jellyfish this time. He's got Starboy there, he's got Aqua Spirit there as well. Aqua Spirit's a very good card. One of the first cards I pulled out of a booster pack as well was Aqua Spirit. As Baron of the Fiend's Sword at 1550, that'll get over Mako's Jellyfish. Mako was probably hoping that Jellyfish would stay on the field. Then again, Aqua Spirit needs to send a card from the graveyard from out of play to get to the field anyway. Demi Henning says, awesome match, and Don being nice and paid for it for the Don Zalug and Duke Devlin. That was a funny game. I get the feeling that both players were like, we are not taking this game with any seriousness at all. And I'm glad they didn't, because it actually made for a really fun match. Alright, Takraminas comes to the field now as well. So Mako off to a good start this time. This is the start that he wanted. Moonwolfie says, well, Duke didn't have the luck with Dice Jar, but he did win 2 of the 3 duels. And he used Orgoth, which is always a win for Duke. Orgoth are relentless, man. It is called Orgoth the Relentless for a reason. In terms of its attack strength, like, because it can roll 3 dice and just gain stupid amounts of attack power, it's not a card that you can really take down like in a head-on attack. As Monster Reborn has been played, Baron of the Fiend's Sword has returned. It's a weak monster to bring back with Monster Reborn. Bakura may have drawn a bit of a brick hand like Mako did.
Is mayonnaise an instrument?
Oh, he's played Creature Swap. Huh. Oh, as Bakura made an error there. Oh, unless he thought that Creature Swap was his choice, but no, both players select the monster they want to swap. Ah. Interesting. Is Bakura bait playing, or has he just made an error? I'm going to go more for that he has made an error. Although Mako's played Starboy. And if you think about it, Takraminas would have been more attack points if it was still on Mako's side of the field. It still gets the 500 points, but now Mako's 450 points worse off by having Baron. Oh, the Gross Ghost of Fled Dreams. Okay, Bakura's going to survive the turn with a monster on his side of the field. Alright, 4 cards in hand for Bakura. He can activate Aqua Spirit. It's going to trap Gross Ghost of Fled Dreams in attack mode for a turn. Or a couple of turns, I think. There's Melchett the Four-Faced Beast. And a face-down spell or trap from Bakura. He's got to go after Starboy. He doesn't really have an option for that. And he does. Unfortunately for Bakura, his 1800 defense now is trapped in attack mode. He may have been okay, even with that creature swap error. There's Wow Warrior. And Grave Lure flipped up from Bakura. And, oh, Mako activates 7 Tools of the Bandit. Probably, Grave Lure is probably not the card you want to be activating 7 tools on, but But hey, I just commentate. I love the random moves that our players make because it does actually keep things really interesting.
You're a third-rate duelist with a fourth-rate deck.
He did make a big mistake with creature swap. But with Aqua Spirit on the field, Bakura's defenses can be manipulated. Now 1250 comes off from Bakura, so 4750 playing 6300. Can Bakura get back in though? Moonwolfie says Bastion smashed Panic in the first and last duels, but that second duel was crazy. Come back by Panic with 400 life points. Still happy Bastion won in the end. And Bakura has played another face-down defense. I think Aqua Spirit can only target face-up monsters. Oh, Terra King Salmon. Well, Bakura's defense won't survive this. He tributes WoW Warrior. He's still got Baron that Bakura mistakenly gave him.
It's time! It's time! It's time! It's time! It's time to duel! Exodia!
Well, he'll be kicking himself over that creature swap debacle. But there is still one more game after this. If Bakura loses this one, it will be 1-1. So they'll go to match 3, and they can maybe they can give us the matchup we want to see in that one. 7-colored fish at 1800 has just come to the field, and unless, well, Bakura's not going to have 2400 plus defense, it is Sangan. Emperor Pikachu says, poor Panic was rooting for him. My first 2 cards were Dark Magician, the one from the anime, and Monster Reborn. And Glenn Devo says, Taya played Maha Velo in the virtual world arc of the anime in her duel against Crumb from Big 5. Now that you mention that, I do remember that, because Maha Velo gains 500 points for every equipped card that's equipped to it. And I was thinking about adding that, but Maha Velo is actually kind of broken. Although you do need to have your equipped cards with it. Maha Velo is a really early card as well. I don't know about putting it in Taya's deck. I might put it in Serenity's. Because if I put Maha Velo in Taya's deck, Taya is going to become even more deadly. She's deadly enough as it is. Alright, first to go is Bakura. If he draws creature swap this time, he'll know how to play it. He's got Grand Tiki Elder, Baron of the Fiend Sword, the Gross Ghost of Fled Dreams, Mask of Weakness, Mystical Space Typhoon as well. It's not a bad starting hand. Kodos Kopos says Maha Velo can be given to either Taya, Serenity, or Ishizu. They all have plenty of equips for light monsters. I think Taya's got enough. I reckon that might be the answer to Serenity's. Because Maha Velo equipped with what's that card called? The 400 plus, is it Elves Light? Or something like that. High Tide Gyojin comes to the field. If we put that equipped card in Serenity's deck, I think that'll put Maha Velo to 2350, which isn't too bad. And you got to be lucky, you got to have the equipped card and Maha. I think Serenity needs that. Alright, Gross Ghost of Fled Dreams. Bakura's defenses hold. Alright, this is a match we've been waiting for. It's the 3rd match. They are at 1-1. It's been a scrappy old game. Mask of Weakness, that's a fantastic hit. But defensives to start off for Bakura here. He's got 1700 now with Headless Knight down as well. Jonathan Priestley says yay for Bastion and says that was a fun time. Glad that Duke won. That was against Donzalug. And now High Tide Gyojin has gone on for an attack against Headless Knight, so that'll be another 50 points off Mako. He's down to 7,800. Bakura's still at 8,000, and he's got good defenses. Bakura has drawn Negate Attack. Like I said earlier, he's got Dark Necrophera in there now. He needs to move 3 Fiends from his graveyard from out of play to summon it, so it's a challenge to summon, but it's not too broken. It's 2,200, and if it gets destroyed, it does a sort of like a creature swap, a change of heart ability, assuming Bakura can read the text properly. Baron of the Fiend Sword in for an attack on Mako's face down. And it is the Furious Sea King, which is destroyed. Sukowski says, I think Staryu and Starmie are based on a monster from Ultraman. Their blinking claws and grunt-like sounds resembling a starfish like kaiju. Starmie is what I would consider my favorite Pokemon. I used it for Gen 1, and Starmie is like completely busted. It can learn Thunderbolt, Ice Beam, Psychic, and Surf, which makes it super effective against like 80% of the game or something. Mask of Weakness is flipped up on High Tide Gyojin, so Baron of the Fiend's Sword, which was attacked, gets another victory, but Great White's still on there, and that goes after Baron. And now Bakura activates Negate Attack. Great play from Bakura in this one. He's playing much better than what he did in that second match. Alright, Sorcerer of the Doomed. Although, now Bakura hasn't got enough strength to get over Great White. So Mako's got an opening here. Super Paco says, my god, our poor Duke have so much unluck since a lot of matches, but I'm happy that he at least wins here. And Newell Joseph says, there's good sportsmanship and there's literally throwing the entire game. Just ask Bones what happened when he gave Joey a free turn in Duelist Kingdom. Yes, the 7 tools of the Bandit was held when that Skull Dice was thrown. I think both the players were like, you know what, let's just throw the dice and see what happens. What happened is Don Zalug then got absolutely slaughtered into the ground and was actually quite funny. Kiryushin now has come to the field for Mako, 1800. Kiryushin was a great card in Duelist of the Roses. Would flip up and turn 4 squares in a plus sign into sea terrain, making it 2300. King Fog drawn for Bakura, who God, he's getting fiends to the graveyard, so if he does draw Dark Necrophere, he's got that secret weapon waiting. It's 2800 defense as well, so Bakura's got something really high in defense if he needs it. 2200 attack's not half bad either. He's got to draw it though. I really want to see it. Dark Necrophere. Alright, King Fog destroyed. Kiryushin is the strongest monster on the field. Can't get past the 1800 defense, so there's Magic Jammer for Bakura. Super Paco says, that was pretty good from Panic the Goat in the second duel. Yeah, second duel, that bashing Panic match. What was it, like 400 life points to a little bit over 6,000, and Panic pulled it off, which was like remarkable given how his season is gone. Okay, Mystical Space Typhoon from Mako. He's got Starboy on the field now as well. 2300 for Kiryushin. There's Monster Reborn. This is looking like looking a bit like my Duelist of the Roses deck with Kiryushin and Starboy being in there. I don't have High Tide Gyojin in it, but Starboy and Kiryushin definitely are. At 2100 for High Tide Gyojin now, and Bakura, man, he is running out of defenses now. He needs something and he needs it quick. Skulltown, that's a new name as well. There's a cool profile picture too. Feel like that ritual monster is way too strong in this format. That was for Alexis and Bandit Keith. Yeah, that's Izana. Izana is strong for this format, but I don't know what else we can add to Alexis's deck. All of her rituals are really broken. Oh, Floodgate Trap Hole. Bakura could have played Sword of Dark Destruction, but Mako he's looking good for this third match. There's WoW Warrior, and with Starboy on the field, that'll be another 500 as well. I'm amazed that Mako is not winning more matches than what he is. It looks like he's going to beat Bakura in this one. He's going to need an absolute destiny draw from here. SCH292 says, Don took a gamble not to flip up his 7 tools and he lost on the gamble. I assume Don believed that regardless of what number Skull Dice would roll, Duke would only be able to take out one of Don's monsters next turn. Don will go for the kill and take control of the field. Don wasn't expecting Duke to have Gradius and have Cyclone Laser. And the Spawn Trapper says, yeah, no reason not to flip that, to be honest. It was probably just for the fun of it or something. as Akikitsu, because the prompt came up for a couple of times and he was about to hit yes, and he was like, you know what? Let's let him roll the dice and just see what happens. And turn change back to Mako, who's he's on the brink of winning this third and final match. Torrin Johnson says that duel number 2 is one of the best I've seen on the channel. That was for Bastion and Panic. It's amazing how technical and patient the duelist for Panic is. And SEH292 says, should Chaos Necromancer be added to Panic's deck? The attack of this card, it's a number of monster cards in your graveyard times 300. You know what? That's a good shout. Maybe we could add that to Bakura's deck. I'm going to consider that. Mako has won this one 2-1. Bakura had a misplay with that creature swap. However, it is as it is. Bakura and Mako have played, and Mako has finally got another win for his tally. Bakura, unfortunately, it was a tough game for him as well. Who are they playing next? Bakura and Mako. Mako's playing the Paradox Brothers, and Bakura is playing Panic. I reckon Mako and Bakura can both win next week, or next game. Pegasus and Bones coming up next as well. Thanks everybody for tuning in, and thanks for leaving all the comments as well. Wherever you are in the world, stay safe, take care, farewell.